D. Ever wondered how that t-shirt you're wearing was made? It's not magic, but it's pretty close. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of a clothing factory. We'll follow a simple piece of clothing, let's say a humble hoodie, on its journey from a roll of fabric to your closet. It's a journey filled with giant machines, incredible skill, and a few hilarious secrets. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's unravel the secrets of how our clothes are made. First things first, it all starts with the design. Before a single thread is stitched, designers create a blueprint. This includes the style, the colors, the fit, everything. They create what's called a tech pack, which is like a super detailed instruction manual for the factory. It tells them exactly what fabric to use, what color the thread should be, where to put the zippers, and how big the pockets need to be. Think of it as a recipe for clothes. Without a good recipe, you might end up with a cake that looks like a pancake, or, in this case, a hoodie that fits like a tent. Once the design is approved, the factory orders the star of the show, the fabric. Fabric comes in massive rolls, sometimes weighing hundreds of pounds. Imagine a toilet paper roll, but 1,000 times bigger, and made of cotton or polyester. The first thing the factory does is check the fabric for any flaws. They unroll it over a special light table to spot any holes, stains, or color inconsistencies. You wouldn't want a brand new shirt with a weird spot on it, right? This quality control step is super important to make sure everything starts off perfectly. Now for the fun part. Cutting. You can't just take a pair of scissors to these giant rolls of fabric. The factory lays the fabric out in stacks, sometimes dozens or even hundreds of layers high. Think of it like a giant fabric lasagna. Then, a massive computer-guided cutting machine gets to work. It's like a giant pizza cutter, but way more precise. It follows a digital pattern, called a marker, to cut out all the different pieces of the hoodie. The front panel, the back panel, the sleeves, the hood, the pocket. It does this with incredible speed and accuracy, ensuring every single piece is identical. Fun fact: the process of arranging the pattern pieces on the fabric to waste as little material as possible is a real puzzle. It's called nesting, and good nesting can save a factory a ton of money. After cutting, all those fabric pieces are bundled together. Each bundle contains all the parts needed to make one hoodie. They're like little DIY kits. These bundles are then sent over to the sewing department. This is where the real magic happens. The sewing floor is the heart of the factory. It's a bustling place, filled with rows and rows of sewing machines, each one designed for a specific task. You have machines that just sew straight lines, others that do zigzag stitches, and special machines called sergers or overlockers that finish the edges of the fabric to stop them from fraying. You can always spot an overlock stitch on the inside seams of your t-shirts. A single hoodie isn't sewn by just one person. It travels down an assembly line. The first person might attach the shoulders. They then pass it to the next person, who sets in the sleeves. The next person sews the side seams. Then someone else attaches the hood, another person adds the cuffs and the waistband, and someone else sews on the front pocket. It's a perfectly choreographed dance of sewers, each a specialist in their small part of the process. This assembly line method is way more efficient than having one person do everything from start to finish. Some factories can churn out thousands of garments a day this way. But wait, there's more. What about logos or graphics? Those are usually added before the pieces are sewn together, or sometimes after. This can be done through screen printing, where ink is pushed through a stencil onto the fabric, or it could be embroidery, where a machine with dozens of needles stitches a design directly onto the material. Digital printing is also becoming more popular, where a design is printed directly onto the fabric, kind of like your inkjet printer at home, but for clothes. Each method gives a different look and feel. Once the hoodie is fully assembled, it's not ready to be shipped just yet. It heads to the finishing department. Here, loose threads are trimmed by hand. This is a surprisingly important job called trimming or cleaning. No one wants a brand new garment with dangly threads everywhere. The hoodie is then given a good steam or press. Giant industrial irons and steamers are used to get out all the wrinkles from the production process and give it a crisp, fresh from the store look. This step makes a huge difference in how the final product is presented. Next, up is another round of quality control. Inspectors check every single hoodie. They look for any sewing mistakes, stains, or uncut threads that were missed. They measure the garment to make sure it matches the original specifications. Is the chest measurement correct? Are the sleeves the right length? If a hoodie has a defect, it's either sent back to be fixed or, if it's not fixable, it's rejected. Only the best of the best make it through. Here's a funny fact. In the early days of mass production, some factories would hide minor flaws. A tiny hole might get a strategically placed embroidered flower over it. Sneaky, right? After passing the final inspection, the hoodie is finally ready for its finishing touches. A tag with the brand name, size, and care instructions is sewn in. The price tag and any other hang tags are attached, usually with one of those little plastic guns, too. The hoodie is then carefully folded. There's a real art to folding. Factories often use folding boards or even specialized machines to make sure every single garment is folded identically, so they stack neatly in boxes. Finally, the folded hoodies are packed into clear plastic bags to keep them clean, and then placed into large cardboard boxes. These boxes are labeled with the style number, sizes, colors, and destination. They're stacked onto pallets, ready to be loaded onto trucks or into shipping containers. From there, they travel across the country, or even across the world to a distribution center, and then, finally to the store where you'll find it, or to a warehouse to be shipped to you if you bought it online. So, the next time you pull on your favorite hoodie, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey it went on. From a massive roll of fabric, through cutting, sewing, printing, finishing, and countless pairs of skilled hands. It's a complex process that combines technology, skill, and a whole lot of coordination to bring our clothes to life. It really makes you see that simple t-shirt in a whole new light, doesn't it? It's not just a piece of cloth. It's the result of a global dance of design and production. Estates. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and exploring the world of a clothing factory. If you found this interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes adventures. Let me know in the comments what you want to see made next. See you in the next video.